wohwe ensemo a eba di mu a ebi ekono na ebi eba or say Ghana walks away from US health agreement over sensitive data concerns inti enrada ye the update ebaye say Ghana hanum saying enka health diwa na ye ni US for ekono aba betodwa say Ghana ye chema deal na ye ekono ebema will end up giving out some data for citizens ne wa impenifo sha enya de a ebeboa entino omu chema enya de ombetimi akoso with that deal na omu pese omu ko. Now there is a reporter about Betoja with regards to this particular issue yebeko na yakwa kotie ensemo a efri ehonom eba now ni nyina no efa the reason why Ghana has withdrawn. Now Ntia Bani said this is a very big blow to the US Trump administration because they were looking forward to this particular deal and biano utimi say countries be no more honoma so enye so much pleased with the conditions attached to the aid that a free US for however with regards to the US health agreement or many other countries Ghana inclusive but for now Ghana ya rejected this particular offer yenko na yenkuti ensem nimu emma.
Okay, let's turn attention to Africa, where an RT source has confirmed that Ghana has rejected a $100 million bilateral health agreement with the US. Now, it is a setback to the Trump team's attempts to transition foreign aid into programs that make nations more self-reliant. RT correspondent Nulavuyu Kunge takes up the story from there.
It is a huge blow to Washington and its American first health strategy. But really, to understand why this is a trend and why this is a big deal, you have to look at how the help has changed. Because just 2 years ago, the U.S. was sending over $200 million a year to Ghana. But now the Trump administration has cut that, offering only half of that amount. But here is the problem. That money came with strings attached. Washington wanted Ghana to fight diseases like malaria, TB, and polio, but they also demanded a real-time feed of Ghana's national health data. Essentially, they were asking for the biological as well as medical data of every Ghanaian citizen in exchange for a fraction of the aid they used to give for free in Ghana. But Accra looked at that contract and decided that their people's privacy was not for sale. So this isn't just a budget cut, it is a total shift in how the U.S. operates on the African continent. And if you talk to officials and experts on the African continent, the feeling here is that the U.S. is trying to treat Africa as a testing ground or a data mine, but they are not offering a fair price for that. And this is exactly where the friction starts and where it really gets interesting, because Ghana isn't standing alone. We are seeing a trend across the continent. In Kenya, for example, the pushback is coming from the streets as well as the courts. But the strongest words so far have come from Zimbabwe. You would remember that they were offered
it looks like the rejection from Ghana has become a big blow to the United States of America. You hope US will recover because the chema countries like Kenya and so to say no almost air try so we be suspended or more no as now the US and as they were looking forward to signing the deal no backfire. Now let's move on to other stories so Sabre Ghana Hanum say there have been concerns among raising when it comes to aviation issues that were Ghana have, and we share a whole country like Ghana say ye need any state-owned international airline be an asset career be a krodem hanum say the one hanum nina ye private any other dear Rwanda air ne Passion air ne Emirates ne other dear. But then me woka say entia eba no mu Ghana say ye gwa kwan so a ye pe investors Womo everybody invest Ghana ye national airline ye pese ye establishing emu na eno na international media sites Reuters womo ede ho ensem aba betodwa womo ekire mum right now no Ginesi and Ghana yepese yesi with regards to having investors womo beba on board na womo aba be invest ama Ghana yen so say yetimi aka say oh ye wo airline no ebi now ye de ensem a efi Reuters for ebeto screens ne so de amamu na ya hwemu so say Ghana 6 majority private investor for national career into shall say Accra April 29th. Ghana said late Tuesday it was working to identify an investor for a new national airline, inviting potential strategic partners to engage with the West African country, which has not had a functional career for more than 2 decades. In Tinache say, for close to 2 decades, if Bro, in Ghana had ye, yen shed any national airline, be able to say, oh, way, to say, be okwa Rwanda for one airline ya o ma be bi kwa wo Ghana high Rwanda nka Ghana hwenhwe wo Ghana ana Ghana airline bi kwa nkenchen se be yebetimi kure ko bi e other countries near there but then Ghana is not like that but assistance now no yegu akwemu a ye pay investors wo mo ebetimi di omusika ba be remu na yenso yetimi enya airline ni bi now we shall see in a statement the transport ministry said the government had begun market sounding to find unqualified airline operators or aviation investors with the aim of selecting a strategic partner to help set up a commercially viable and internationally competitive national career. Enti na chese wo mo ma sese ne de Ghana yempanimfo egu akwanmu a wo mo nhyehyeye a wo mo betimi ede aboa ama sabre de yebetimi enya airline na yebetimi ede aka say this is for us and I say we Ghana yankasa yediemu now osha looking at an investor or be investor at least 75% would be the shares of the investor and the 25% will be the shares of Ghana. Now, I say the proposed airline will be based in Accra, the capital, which would become a regional and intercontinental. Now,